Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another new episode of the podcast. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your love and support on the previous episodes. We love everything. We appreciate the feedback, and we're definitely learning every day. So yes, appreciate it a lot. Today I have somebody very special, and this has been in the works for a while now, and I can't wait for you guys to see who it is. I'm pretty sure you must have definitely seen his reels. He's quite famous. But yeah. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the youngest and the fastest growing fitness influencer in the UAE right now at just 22, which is so weird. But at 22, so this is MZA/Zahir.
Well, hello, crowd. This is different.
Yeah.
But welcome.
But
Hi.
yeah, hi. Welcome to you. Thank you so much for coming on. I know this is definitely not what you do every Sunday, so thank you for taking out the time and actually being here.
No, thank you for having me here. This is actually a very different opportunity.
And we've been planning this for 2 weeks now.
We have. You've been keeping in touch. In fact, I think last week I texted you saying,
yeah.
Yo, is it today?
Yeah.
I was worried about it.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah, but you actually made it all the way. I know you stay in Ajman now, so
Yes,
it's far.
I'm all the way at the beach, so driving from there till here doesn't take too long if you understand the routes that get you here.
Yeah. And also, it's literally, if you're in front of the beach, it's actually the same drive. It should be in a line.
I'm saying it doesn't take too long to just make it look okay, but it took me 60 minutes.
Oh my god.
It took me 60 minutes. The whole journey is 60 minutes, but it looks and feels like 40. So I kept telling you 15, 20, because it's gonna feel like 20 minutes, but
oh my god,
it's a 50-minute journey.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was so far. Oh god.
It takes 611.
Oh, okay. But awesome. But you actually made it, so that was awesome.
I'm careful to be here as soon as possible.
Thank you for that. But yeah, let's get into it.
For sure.
Let's get into it because there are so many interesting things that I've gotten to know about you in the last 2-3 weeks, and I'm so excited that everybody gets to listen on now.
I'm very appreciative of the fact
we are just sitting and planning for you for 2 weeks. Yeah, we were oh my god, Zahir is coming.
Okay, so he's about to be here, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he is. And
And
I present myself to you.
the man of the hour, yes. But yeah, let's talk about MZA.
Okay.
What is MZA, and why is everybody saying MZA?
Are they?
Yes. You
Still are. Okay.
Yeah. So tell us.
Well, MZA or MZA, when you know me, is for the fact that I stood by the principles of my name, Muhammad Zahir Ansari. When I put them in letters that could be attractive, known to people, passed on quick, I caught on to it. And I said MZA. But here's the thing. I saw other people at that time, when I grew as an influencer, create a tag like .fit. I never understood this, but from what I understand, .fitness. And if somebody went looking for fitness, they'd find me. So it's MZA.fit. And that's how I grew. Hopefully with that tag, I plan to see a lot more people, help a lot more people, and of course, tell you all about it.
Yes, awesome. That's great. But yeah, I mean, I actually I have come across your reels before, and I've never really, because the thing is, I was not heavily into fitness, right, myself before. Now I am going to the gym and all of that, trying to be consistent. I wasn't consistent with gym. I was just, now I'm consistent. So now I've actually, because I went through your whole profile and everything, and I was just this is amazing. Yeah, I first of all, I have to say everything has been shot so well on your profile.
I would say, I would like to interrupt you there and just say that everything that was shot is all me. Okay? I take full credit for everything that I've done, because I am actually like that. Believe it or not, to you right now, I look calm and poised because I was trained to be that way. But here's the thing: off the camera, when I'm working with my guy, Abhiram, Pirate.
Shout out to Abhiram.
Shout out to him. He's my guy. He's been with me since the beginning, and now we're here. Alhamdulillah, of course. Now, for that reason, Pirate has a tendency to understand what I'm saying. But after he understands, he also tends to understand that he doesn't want to do it. So I have to catch up to his rhythm, and it took time to settle. But the fact that he was allowing for me to settle within his algorithm is what created that relation. And every post was my mind through his direction and his hand movements, his captures, his pause, play, record, edit, cut, music. he understood me. I understand what he needs to do. And that's how. All
Because
these
that's
things
why
are put out.
the thing I got out of them was like it's really cinematic. Like you've done a really good job with it. Like the whole setting and the whole vibe of it.
It's
like
for people to
darker
figure it out,
and-
basically.
Yeah,
If you
it's
figure
like-
about value, I've given value to the things that I've been putting my time in. It's, I think, now at 571 posts or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
A
for
lot.
that reason, these posts, every single one of them, to people it's a picture and a caption, which to you, okay, cool. But for the person that sees value in it, I actually really thought about every caption, and it didn't take much time, which is what got me here. That's what I try to tell people. It's not me who drives this energy in me to try and help you. It's the fact that I want to help you deep down, and I want you to win over me. It's fine,
Right.
but do it on the fact that I taught you, and you appreciate me for the fact that I gave you the tools to learn how to progress yourself, mindset, body, reflection.
Right. At 22, it's amazing the kind of wisdom like you've actually gotten. And
I hope I
I mean, even off camera talking
Thank
to
you.
you just know a lot of stuff. Like you've realized so many things,
It's hard to say that I've realized, but I can say that I've just started realizing.
realizing.
And that is the best part. Being in the realizing factor, the resistance block, is the best place to be, because that's where you get to think and analyze your next move, and then you move forward.
Very true. Very nicely said. Yeah. Also, I wanted to actually go back a little bit. I wanted to ask you about, okay, so you've grown up in Dubai
Yes.
your whole life.
I spent 15 to 16 years in Dubai. I used to live
So-
by Mamzer.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a Mazar
awesome.
kid.
Oh my God.
We used to have a lot of Emirati people who influenced my upbringing, and I was always inclined towards knowing what does it take to be Emirati.
Awesome.
And mashallah, yani, it's something that I can't express to you, but I can only tell you with this smile that it is that you need to know the laws of what this world has to provide for us, what we can do from it. It started there with the dream from sand. Look where it is, look where we are. It started from a vision, it started from purity, honesty, and values.
That's why we named our podcast Sandboxes and Skyscrapers.
Oh my god! No way!
Yeah, that's the name
That
of the
is
podcast.
so good. You see, I didn't bring that up because I read your name by the way.
S2S.
Dude, that is so good. I just made that by just looking at the side of the tower and appreciating it for what it was.
Thank you for plugging the podcast unknowingly.
Wow. That's a realization.
Yeah,
So
that's
cool.
great for my
I'm
branding.
enjoying this already.
MZA on S2S. We have to trend that.
We have to.
Yeah.
This is going far.
Yeah, this is great. But yeah, so I mean, like, how has it been for you, like, growing up here versus like how are things in school? How's school life for you?
Okay, school life was really funny because I never fit in. And here's the thing, I never fit in for the wrong reasons. Of course, sometimes mischievous behavior, but the teachers always picked on me for being that mischievous kid, but they never saw why was I being that. What was I trying to fight? I was trying to fight a simple intention. When I saw wrong intention from the beginning of my life, I never liked it. And whenever I saw wrong intentions, I would try to break out of it by doing something that would distract the people, the surroundings, to change the way they are. Now, I wouldn't realize my actions because I was young, I was stupid, but now I do.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make them believe that whatever they're doing is not the right for everyone. It might be right for
Yeah.
them. There are people here who I feel for too, and maybe you don't feel for them. So understand people's intentions, know what they want, analyze what you want.
Also now, I think actions have more consequence, right? When you grow up, everything
Don't act.
is yeah.
Stop acting. That's what I say. The whole word is deviation.
Yeah.
Deviating from the fact that they're just trying to strengthen you and make you find your path by wanting to catch it. That's where people stop wanting to do more.
I get it, yeah.
In my time, or at least where I became this person, people stopped wanting to do more. When was that? Corona.
Right.
Corona is where I kind of framed a name for myself. I wouldn't say anything. It's just that I gave an honest value and time to something that I really liked, and it brought back so much to me.
Yeah.
I can't express what it brought back to me.
Do you think that, like, with your, say, like, your most successful video this far, like on your Instagram and everything, like, do you think it was the consistency of your content that helped you, or like, was it, like, how did you hit like the numbers that you hit?
Okay, here's
Yeah.
the thing. When those numbers happened, I dreamed of those numbers.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep. I slept thinking I'm sleeping for nights that I can remember, for videos that I made with the thoughts that explode in my head that I'm not able to express in words, in eyesight, in nature, but I can express through one thing, digitally.
Yeah.
I'm good at something and I'm digitally good to express what I feel is good for you and me. And that's something what differentiates me from other people, because I cannot see other people wanting other people to grow around them. Like, why wouldn't you want someone to do better than you? If he's doing it, at the cost of you being his friend or knowing him, joining his parties.
Right.
Celebrate your wins. Don't bet on each other going down. And that's what people did to me. I understood that. It's fine.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
So I understood that. You see, I gave them a look because they're probably looking at this right now. But I'm being honest with you. There are people who worry about me who I don't even know of. And when I go looking, there was a time where I tried to see who are viewing my stories. Because I'll be honest with you. From the day I got views, didn't have views till now where my views are declining. Because I'm not posting much. I'm living life for what it is. I'm taking every task in its element. Understanding the tools I've been given of life. For all those reasons, I can tell you very honestly, everyone's been trying to plot against me, not for the wrong reasons, because their place in my life was that. I need to figure that out and get up and rise, because I'm not going to use the word I want to use. Just rise. Just rise. So yes, coming back to school life, sorry about that. The school life part does have this meaning, this reflection, which is why I explained it to you. But school life was always good. I was always top of the class.
You were a good kid? Oh, nice.
I was always maintaining. Till 8th grade, I was top of the class. And then after 8th grade, I said, nah, I need to start focusing on other things. Then 10th grade was a big landmark for me because I don't know if you guys know CBSE.
Oh, you were a CBSE kid?
I was a CBSE
Oh my god.
And I was a maths, physics, chemistry student.
What?
With information computers, which I never really understood why my parents put me in that.
Indian parents.
But I'll tell you one thing. Here's where human nature or the laws of nature or flow comes into place. When that time came to make that decision, which is very important for some students who are looking at this right now and probably plotting their next decision about should I go into science or should I go into commerce? It's not about should I go into science or should I go into commerce. Where do you want to go? Where do you believe you'll become successful? I thought at that time if I become an engineer, the jobs I'll get. I swear, like I don't know how to say it to you. So I did it, but little did I know, in trying to go behind science, I found myself in commerce. You get me? It's all about finding yourself.
Yeah.
You just need to know where you fit in. For that time, I fit in there. I sat in the maths class, never attended marketing, accounting classes. In fact, I would ask them, how are you doing this? Like, what the hell is marketing? You know, I had that confidence that I'm a science student and I learned maths, physics, chemistry. I do crafts. I do linear equations, derivatives, algorithms. So I'm above you guys. Because I was a kid. I had emotions. Sorry. I apologize for that because it's not right. But at that age, it's okay to be that way. So I did that. I learned. I sat in class. I never understood why the teacher is talking so much, explaining so much. They want to finish the syllabus today. Okay, finish it. I should have let them. I didn't. I was that kid who did. Because I used to question them like, this is really hard. Why? Why are you doing this to my head? I'm a student who doesn't want pressure. You tell us don't pressure ourselves. Why do you do this to us? Because they're letting us cook. Everyone needs to cook like a popcorn and they understand what's their purpose. But I'll be honest with you, not everyone pops. Everyone's just there, existing. And that's why they have life quotes, videos, especially YouTube Reels. They really help you wake up. I cannot emphasize how much today's world is so supportive of the fact that you can wake up and follow what you desire to make something of yourself.
Definitely.
Maybe before there was a lot of like people who stood there and stopped people from doing it because they were the ones who were doing it. But now there are many people who are standing against them, like me. I stand for those who have purpose.
Also, like, just to add to this, it's true because I feel like, but like, social media really helped in this way.
Yes.
Because
you're
now
talking about it, and it's there.
Now you're able to access everybody, like even the biggest people in the world. You can hear them talk.
Yeah, you can comment on
right?
them,
Yeah, you hear them talk. You get influenced by what they say easier than 50 years ago, right? When there was no social media.
Yeah,
like you're just hearing people around you at that point.
But the whole point being like, why are we being told to like just follow our paths? Because that is where true success and human emotion settles there. Like you're happy there.
Right.
Your happiness was never your money. It was never your car. It was never your house. It was never the things you were given. Your happiness is where you found it. Really.
It is. It really is.
This is your happiness and I'm happy being here. So
awesome. Yeah. That was a great way to put it.
But I really hated school. I hated being in school. I tended to come around this behavior. Don't wrong me for it and don't copy this, please. But it's something I did. I stopped going to school.
Oh my god, really?
I 3 to 2 days in a week. Okay, first I tried 3 days, but then they said they would remove me. Not remove me, like suspend me. And I'll be honest with you, I never got suspended in my life, never made a problem. if a problem was ever created on my side, it was very small. You know, they would battle out right there. Because I was always having that risk management. Like, I know what I can do, and the F ups. Okay, I'm gonna be. Can I use language? Can I?
I mean, I'll bleep it.
Oh, you're gonna beep it? Okay. Fuck school. But here's the thing. We say fuck school, and they want us to say fuck school because they want you to hate it for what it was to you. But what you don't realize is that's where you became the person you are going to be maybe 20, 30 years from now, successful or not. It's how you treat those teachings they gave to you in that school. All these institutions, doesn't matter which school you're in. It just matters that they give you the right to learn or not. Right to learn is something. It's something very different when you acknowledge it for what it is.
Right.
And all these values never came to me. I'll be very frank with you. This hit me just this year.
Right.
Because I lost everything. And by losing everything doesn't mean I have to lose everything. No. Alhamdulillah, I have a very nice life. My parents have blessed me enough to keep me here for so long since birth. They've kept me here no matter what. They didn't give me that insecurity of leaving. Even if I had to leave, they gave me a luxurious life as much as they could, and they lowered their self-esteem and egos to produce a life that would set the standards for my future.
Right.
And if people don't realize this the way I realize this from my family and my scenarios, I cannot emphasize on how much you're missing out on. You're really missing out. I'm not saying this in a sad way. Please don't ever take anything I say in a sad way. Everything is happening for the better. You never have to believe in the sad. There was no sad emotion. Sad emotion is for those who are lost here. Stop being lost here. Focus on what's in front of you. Is my goal, what I learned from school. School is done. They taught me.
Right. So when did you start the channel? Like, when did you start the Instagram?
Instagram started from Dubai. Dubai, where I met a coach. More than a coach, he was like a friend, brother. And I'll give you a good history on this one because like there are a lot of misconceptions of what happened after and stuff, but really it's just one who found himself and one who didn't. Okay. That being said, when I was looking for a coach at that time, I had a friend called Omar. Big ups to that guy.
Shout out to Omar.
I love it because he invited me over on a podcast, and that was my first ever podcast.
Oh!
Mohsin, shout out to Mohsin. Yeah, what's up? So yeah, with him being there in my life, he was one of the greatest tools I lost. Actually, I kind of ruined that relation, but I ruined it for the cause that I learned something from it. And I met him very recently, but now we're cold because now we're two men who are just cold. Life, acceptance. Acceptance is one's greatest tool. Like if you don't accept things, you're never going forward because life is going to come to you at things that you can't control. So why are you trying to control it? I'm telling you, I got lost trying to control so many things in my life that now as I'm here and as I'm being free to just let you know what's been happening, it's like as if all the time in my life has been leading to this moment where I can voice out what's good, what's not, in my terms, in the terms of the fact that I'm trying to do more.
Yeah.
I love doing more in the things I like.
So you were actually juggling school, tuitions, and your page, and fitness, and actually working out.
And
right?
coaching people, yeah.
And coaching people. Oh my god.
And family.
And your regular life. Yeah.
Like it might look like it's been easy to me because like, oh, you said Hora. My mom's injected me also. My father's walked away from me because I was using the bottles. So there's a lot of things that I faced, but here's the thing, they were very supportive in nature. It's just that the laws of nature didn't allow some things for them to be felt, for me to be felt at that time. So the reactions were the reactions. So how we deal with those reactions and how we pass through them was what got me here. I tend to tell them that, yes, I'm affecting my health now, but I also realize that there are things that I can do to bring that health back up while I'm destroying it. Because it's nothing but destruction when you start injecting yourself with things. However, you can turn it into a benefit only when you see the fact that you're not going to use it for long, you're not pushing too much, and you're sane. Just try to be sane. The day I didn't turn sane, or the day I lost my sane factor, was when I stopped bodybuilding, and I stopped it once and for all because I crossed my limits. And if people don't understand their limits, they're always going to lose.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Schooling for me was like most of the time here. Like I could just say like all my schooling was here in UAE. It was spread out from Sharjah, Ajman. I just did 2 years in India, but those 2 years in India changed my life because that's where I was given the right to feel my sense of belong. There's something called a right to sense of belong, which I don't know about. I'm just making this word up because I felt it, and I had to learn from it. When you have a sense of belong, you're so much more confident.
Yeah.
How do you use that power given to you? And we really appreciate the country for what it is. Alhamdulillah, the Emirat has been a living standard for people to elevate themselves and just go up in life. But people don't see it for that. They just look at the building. They don't see where the building came from. If somebody could do that in this country, that means you can do it too. Just know what your path is. Find
and literally in a sand was here.
Dude, there was sand. We were standing on sand.
Sand right now. There's nothing. Like not even a tree. Like what do you even make this out of, right? Like this whole country. Yeah.
And I really give appreciation for the fact how buildings are made, because you guys need to appreciate things for what they are in real time. I was stationed here somewhere close by recently. I took a place for a while just to clear up my head and figure out what I need to do. In that time, I had a good view. Now, hear me out. The opposite side of the room, like just the other room, has the best view ever. But my room has like half of that, like half the water, and a lot of construction and buildings and roads and like cars. Like, you get me? But here's what I learned from it. I had to see how those buildings were being made to understand that that's not normal. These people who are doing it aren't normal. We don't acknowledge their efforts. We see them go in buses, they reach home, they go to their camps, they wake up, they come back, and they build these buildings for us, but we don't see the value of what they're doing. When I learned that value, I rewarded them. I saw them in my way. Whatever I had to dispense at my time, I wanted to help them in some way. Like, you guys deserve this appreciation.
It's awesome.
And I hope I can always continue to do so, because you guys need to appreciate the fact that these buildings are being built by people who are strong of the society. They want the society to grow, which is why we're growing. And if we don't appreciate things like this, things in life, I don't think any of us are going anywhere.
Yeah, very true. That's very true.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Those guys are smart.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 bricks. Build me something the way these guys do.
Yeah, true. It's very... No, it takes a lot to make something like this out of a desert.
They're geniuses. I don't know how they're doing it. They probably have a superpower.
It's like 10 times better than the next, like the previous one, right? Like something new is like 10 times better than the one that they made before. It's insane.
I'm thinking about the construction, and I can just tell you that the construction part is weird. That is a life equation that I will not be able to solve for a while until I enter the real estate business and see how they're actually doing it. I probably think they're putting a robot at night who just completes the building.
I don't know.
Because to be fair, if you put 2 bricks together, I swear it is so hard to raise that structure from there to here. It's impossible. And dude, the risk factor.
No, it's very risky.
When you go higher, they have to build the same building. It's probably the same layout. Okay, let's be true to the cause. Their work is pretty much like it's aligned for them because somebody drew it.
Correct.
You know the source of the roots of this work. But when you're supposed to draw these lines and put them, you're like 80 floors up on a structure that you're not sure.
Yeah.
How do you go forward? Like there's no lift in the building and you're 80 floors up and you're coming down from the crane.
No, it's too much. It's literally so hard. I don't know how they do this.
Crew someday and just see what
you should
it takes.
go like intern with.
Yeah, I want to go see what's up, because that would open up so many doors to my realization. They're strong people. I like strong people. I like strong behavior, which is why I'm strong now. I'm not big. I'm not sculpty. I'm not full of myself. I'm just strong.
And that's what actually counts.
That's what actually counts.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, your body is just always going to be different. Like, till you die, you're not going to have the body that you think that you're going to have. Like, things will always happen to you, I would think, body-wise.
Like, what's a good body for me? Like a lean, good abs and like good toned chest. This is enough for a guy to look attractive.
Yes,
the attractive factor ends there. Whatever I did in my life was not because I wanted to look bigger, be better than the guy. Me losing on stage, I got 4th place in my first competition, by the way. I worked my ass off for my first competition, and when it happened, I got 4th place. Now people go on from there and keep competing and try to win and win, but it's maybe because he has a factor in him which actually stands him out and he wins.
Yeah.
But that's the 1% or like 2% guys who have genetics, powers, sponsors, coaches, flow, marketing. What about the other people? They're just left in the equation.
Correct.
You guys need to find yourself somewhere else. Just being honest.
This is not the way, yeah.
Because I finished that competition that I lost. I came 4th. And I got shamed for it from friends. Or like, I was the pick of the joke, Like, this guy worked so hard. Because they saw me dying for it. Because I had, I don't think so, you know this. I had a competition lined up for me, let's say, around March. I prepared 2 months for it. By 2 months, I mean I starved for 2 months. Like we starve ourselves. We work so hard. You see the training. You've seen the videos, but I'm starving behind the screen. I don't have food. And it's not just food, there's a lot of other factors. The mental factors come in with the steroids and the supplements. It's all about how much pain and tolerance you can take to the fact that you want to look a certain way. Just look it. You're not it. Now, the people who believe they're it, they end up in fights, they end up beating up people and showing their power. They
Yes.
end up nowhere in life.
So, now that we've talked about a lot of serious stuff, which we'll talk about more, but I also want to talk about some fun things because I'm sure all of this at such a young age, like there must be a lot of fun stuff that you were able to do, like maybe a little better than most people your age. Right? Like I think you get all of that as well. Like it's all of the hard stuff and all of the fun stuff also.
The fun stuff. It's
Right?
always about the fun stuff because the fun stuff teaches you how volatile things can be.
Yeah.
But nobody ever sees that. Everyone's enjoying the fun stuff. So I'm enjoying the fun stuff.
So tell us what you enjoyed.
What did I enjoy? Being invited to parties where I never found a place to fit in because that was not my bank balance to be within those people. But those people taught me how to own a bank balance, to have those words of communication that depict their behavior enough to make me feel small. I didn't have to feel small because they were telling me that they're rich. No, they were just speaking rich, and that made me feel or understand where I place myself. That realization is because I see through lines. I read through events, through
Right.
scenarios. When good happens to me, trust me when I say this, I ask myself, why did this happen and how did this happen? For what reason was this given to me? Because back then I wouldn't question it this way, of course. Now, in my head, if I pick up a scenario like we booked once, I think you've always seen, you heard of Five. Everyone loves Five.
It's fancy.
It's known for its bad things, but it's also known for the fact that it's Five. Five is somewhere everyone wants to go and get that pool, that place. You know, our friends want to go and get that place. We got it. Not once, not twice. And not just the one on the top floor, the one on the bottom, the villas too. We did it all.
Oh.
We took it all. We did the 3-storied villa. We enjoyed ourselves. But what were we celebrating? What were we celebrating? Nobody ever knew what we were celebrating because we were actually losing money there. By being there, by doing that kind of behavior, by attempting to, let's just say, socially have your fun time. Now, that does degrade character, but it upbrings the fact that if you have realization, you'll see, by doing this, what am I placing myself as in front of these people? Or in terms of myself, but for the future? Am I going to continue this behavior? No, I can't. This is momentarily. This is for a fraction of your life. You're just being happy for now.
Yes.
Tomorrow you're going to have maybe a hangover or such.
And lesser money.
Much lesser money. And the panic of the fact that you need to go make more money. Which in turn drives you to the fact that you need to go make more money. And I've caught on to that. I spent my money in a way where it made me feel the need to make more. But what I didn't realize at that age, at least, now I do, I was spending thousands. Have them.
Yeah, and then that's not less money, right? That's like, I mean, at that age also,
But
like
here's
that's
the
so much
thing,
money.
Of course, a lot of parental support is there within my expenditures, like my housing is being paid for, my food is being paid for in some way at that time. Because there's a lot of food that I used to eat outside the whole time. Like we're having lavish dinners, we're having lavish get-togethers where we're ordering food and snacks are coming in. I take care of snacks, you take care of food. So things like that, deals like that, we just tend to spend in a way. But here's the thing that I want you to focus on, and please, I want you to focus. When you unite in a circle and you tend to say that, okay, we're going to elevate as a circle, you can't bring in the value of the things that come in between. There will be girls, there will be money, there will be alcohol, there'll be addictions, there'll be stresses, there'll be losses, there'll be wins. But don't let it come in between the people who want to win. If you want to win, learn how to win for each other. Don't win for you. If you start winning for you, which I feel like many people at that time in the group I had, Alpha, anyone who came in and left early, or like people in general, the ones who stayed are the ones who wanted to win for each other. And we stayed, like we still have some sort of connection. That's the best part about wanting to win for each other. That no matter how far life takes you, and no matter how far the people deviate you from your purpose, or what you were, or what you once were, you still manage to have a connection. And that's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's crazy. Because the people I refer to right now, if they're seeing this video, they'll realize who they are, because they know that when they hit me up or when I hit them up, it's the same. It's like as if we met yesterday.
You must be getting a lot of attention also, right? Like from like girls and like everyone who just wanted to be around you and
I can be
like.
frank about my history with women.
Yeah, go for it.
Because women taught me the most important thing that I needed to learn, which every man needs to learn, that we are in control of nothing. We are in control of time and our actions. But that's where a woman comes into place and shows us that that is all you can do. Everything else is for, now in my terms, it's for my creator to set the path. And I take this path with the fact that whatever is happening is for the better of me. Better of me, but doesn't mean better of scenario. Better scenarios doesn't mean better me. The worst scenarios means better me.
Yeah.
That's where you fall and that's where you need to learn. You don't need to go fix that breakup. You don't need to go fix that date. You don't need to go and drop her home. You don't need to go pick her up. You just need to understand what needs to be done with the flow of how things are. Maybe there are some girls, they don't want to text you. Okay, call them.
Yeah.
You feel like calling them, call them. They don't want to answer your call. Don't talk to them. Since today, when I look at every woman, I respect them for who they are because they are the strongest people of the society.
Yeah.
They are what hold the men up. Because of them, we learn. But if we don't learn from them, we're just going to keep looking at them for the words that men otherwise try to use. You know, they use words for girls. They're the last key to our equation. Wake up.
As a woman, I agree, obviously.
You agree on this?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I really you have no idea. Like, so when people say, "Are you like a feminist?" Like, of course I'm a feminist. Like, bro, they deserve all the appreciation for who they are in our lives. They come in different forms, in different scenarios. Today they made us happy. Tomorrow they make us sad. But that's not because they wanted to make us sad. They were just being themselves. You were being yourself, but you didn't see it for what it is. You saw it for everything else.
Right.
Maybe she's talking to someone else. I used to always say that.
Yeah.
No matter how big and how nice I look, trust me, I always felt at my level of the people I met. So I was feeling like, bro, she's definitely talking to someone else. Today, let her. I'm talking to her.
Oh, so you were like a super possessive boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh my god. No. I didn't know I was having one of those on my podcast.
But the problem is that I was doing it with someone who wanted to be with me the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's where the confusion comes. When someone on that end wants to be with you for so long, in their purpose, they tend to ignore the fact that they need to reassure you of what they're doing, what they aren't, or what will be. But that in turn ruins the mindset of a person like me who always wants to know what's up. Because I love that person.
Are you like the kind of boyfriend who like texts all the time and is like,
I don't do anything
what's
else
up?
except do my life and just let my woman know what's up. I'm doing my life. Just know what's up if you can support me. If you can't, don't shit me for the things I do. Now, many women did come and tell me that this is wrong and this is right. Okay, I listened. But I didn't listen because they were right or wrong. They just said it. I just have to see. Is it applicable in my life or is it not applicable? If it's not applicable, might as well not text her back even.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool with women. Honestly, it's just that they've come in the right numbers or the right places. The interactions are always in numerous numbers. I can't lie about it because I asked for it in a way, the way I am or the way I built my social profile. I always wanted to meet extravagant women who are so ahead of men. You know, you guys are more mature than us. You guys realize life before we
For sure, I agree.
understand the values of life before attempting to disrespect a woman. That's all I'm going to say. There's so much behind a woman that a man cannot be. That when a man realizes that, he knows where his place is. This is my place, that's your place. I respect you, respect me.
True. It's mutual. It has to be.
Mutual.
It's very mutual.
But I'm being honest about the fact that anyone in my position or any other guy, like young kid who is growing up, I've seen many kids who fight with their girlfriends all the time. They're having really bad fights and arguments, and it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like if you see through it, it's not worth it. Just be calm, breathe, stay together, think about something. You don't think about it, eat an ice cream, cool your mind. I was always about things like eating an ice cream, going for a walk, getting popcorn, just sitting in the limelight. Because that's where connection is. Connection doesn't mean going for a party together. Because when you go to the party, I feel the worst. Like when I have to take a girl to a party, listen to this. There are guys who don't give a shit about me. And why? It's not because they don't give a shit about who I am or the way I look. It's because they're low in character. So why put yourself in that place? And put your woman in that place where she has to face these men coming and approaching her. Now her reaction is according to her level of understanding. Some women tend to like it, some women don't tend to like it. You can't ask her to be a certain way or you can't demand her to be a certain way, but the way she is is a response for you to learn from. Like, oh, she's like this without a man. Oh, because this is the biggest thing that comes in a man's life, especially when he has to understand the laws of his life. The woman will depreciate you to a point where you don't feel yourself, but just understand that's exactly where you know who you are. Nothing. With all the power and all the society and everyone who's really ruling the society. I've seen Andrew Tate come in. You know Andrew Tate? He came in, I don't know whatever he had to say, but I learned things from him in opposite directions, which makes me the person I am today. There are things I picked off him, but there are things I didn't say against him, I just didn't listen.
Right.
But that's where the other people went wrong. They went after him. They blamed him as the bad guy. No, he just did what he felt was right, and he voiced it out. So the world has a problem with it because someone stood up and said, I did this. Well, I haven't done anything so far, and I don't plan to do anything yet because I just have good intentions for the world. But if more people like me see good in things and good in actions, they can go really far. I've only come so far. I wouldn't say I came from nothing. My family set a really nice example of what a good life can be. But that's their good life. That's not my good life. My good life starts now, basically, when I have the realization, when I have the tools. You're also one of the tools in my life to realize how I can voice out my opinions in a podcast. It's only the second podcast I've ever done. But this gives me the platform to just speak my mind and free the mind.
Also, I just wanted to bring the conversation to, like, you spoke about steroids, right? There's a huge, I mean, see, the thing is, people watching this are either, like, obviously people are just working out in the gym, right? Or some people who are not into fitness, right? Like, people have this whole thing about steroids, right? There's a whole stigma around it, right? What are your thoughts on this? Like, what is something that you've learned through your use of it? Or
there are a lot of people who don't take steroids, and a lot of people who take steroids. Again, it's like the laws of life. There's a positive things to take, and there's a negative factor. I tend to choose the negative factor in that I said no. I want to get bigger, I want to lift bigger weights, I want to be so strong. But here's where I feel, like in my opinion, or in the bubble that I created for myself, which got me here. At that time, I was right to commit to that because I knew the tools I needed to climb. Like, I need to climb a ladder. Steroids was just one of them. But if I stay with the steroids and if I kept telling everyone about the steroids, I would get nowhere. So I told people once about it, told them, listen, it's coming in my way. I need to do it to look a certain way, to build a certain mindset, to build a certain physique that I can represent to people in front and maybe win. But that was my goal. That was my limited thinking to the fact that if I won that show, thank God I didn't win that show. If I won that show, I would be like, born bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I'm going after bodybuilding. But guess what? I tried 2 times before the actual show. I tried to diet and look for the show. I finished the procedure. I looked amazing and they canceled my show.
Oh my God.
But I went after it. I said, no.
Yeah, I want to do it. Yeah.
I have to do it. Now, as a person does it from one time to another at a young age with a lot of, like, it's so volatile when you're young, your body doesn't respond. Like, here's also the thing, at 18 I wanted to look like the guys who look 26.
Yeah.
But I made it possible, in a smaller version, in a nicer version. But I was like, my heart crunched. Why am I not that big? Why don't I have those lats? I want the bicep definition to be like that. No, it's about my definition. How was my definition? There came a point in my prep where I got some reality, but I slipped out of that reality. I went back into the equation I wasn't. But there was a reality in me which said, you are enough. It came, it woke up in me and it said, you are enough. Look at you right now. The things you've done to look this way is amazingly amazing. That was with Captain Khalid Balushi, Assalamu alaikum. I really appreciate him because he is one of the smartest men I've met. He doesn't say much, but when he does, you better listen because when he does, it's value for you, not value for him. Most selfless person I've ever seen. Alhamdulillah, God bless him. I'll give you the tag for him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll put him in the bio, yeah.
Because these people are the stepping stones to wherever I got to now. And if I don't appreciate them, who will I appreciate me? I'm nobody. I'm just trying to be better. Be better for the fact that I like to do more.
Awesome.
So I'm trying to do more. This guy, he really made me work. He made me work like a horse. He would tell me to do cardio before the gym, after the gym, in my sleep, in the morning. And the food was limited and the steroids were harsh. Not harsh, quality steroids. They felt. I could feel them in my body. I'm not joking. If I would sit here and just be having a conversation with you, you could see the blood flow in my body. Like, it's so out there. That's how the steroids
Pumped
pushed
you.
the nutrients pushed me, because everything was good. Like, every factor was good until one day I stepped out of my bubble with the alpha team. That my limited thinking was that this is my future and this is where I can grow.
Yes.
What I did realize is that this is just a stepping stone to where I can be. Maybe someday I'll have my own team. It's my own people. But to be there, what does it take? Who was the reflection? Sublani.
Yeah.
He was one of those factors as to what it takes to be that sort of a disciplined man. To have people surrounded by you who want to listen to you. That, I tell you, is the greatest thing that. And now nobody in our group will speak about this, but I will, because I know who he is, and he knew I was that, and he could see that feeling is coming up in me. He caught it. Out of all the people in this world, he caught the fact that this limelight is coming up in him. He will realize, not realize, just realize one's worth. What is one's worth? Nothing. Make it something. How do you make it something? Look in front of you. I might take this flower, give it to a beautiful girl. She might take me to three of her friends work in something that I do. Build a project, talk to them about it, give them my business card. This is how you grow. I just took this flower, but see what I made the flower into. People don't do that. People stop doing that. They did it before, which is why the buildings are being built. They're already set. They're done. It's your turn. I'm telling you, there's one thing I always believed in, and it's about the money factor. Money never came to me in those numbers, because I used to make 20 grand a month, a good 20 grand a month, being 18 years old in Dubai, living with my family. Now, I wouldn't say I would give them back all the money. I would use up most of it in content and the places I surround myself with, the people I used to spend on the people and relations. But the rest of the money used to go home, of course. Some money has to go home. And that factor gave me that feeling, the pain, the fact that, oh, some of my money has to go home. But people don't see that. People take their money, the money that they've won. I know so many of my friends, they make money too. It's a very fair world here. When I speak of it, I don't speak in pride. I speak in accomplishment. It's something to me. Maybe it might seem like words of air or words of... But that was a different time and that was a different person. But today I realize everything has a certain value. Appreciate it for what it is.
But yeah, also I wanted to kind of... So now are you still coaching right now, or how?
Yes, I do coaching. I do VIP coaching.
Oh wow! Okay, talk about that, because I've never met someone who does that.
Okay, so I got the chance. I mentioned David, Daniel, and of course Karen. Very beautiful family. They were my previous clients. I'm giving you their relation because they were one of the most, how do I say it? The most successful houses, but with prosperity, good intentions, and behavior, manners, respect for what they have in the time they were given. I met people who were given things in the wrong time, in the wrong place. Then I met people who were given wrong things, right place, right time. I'm just different alternatives. You get me? That's my coaching scenario. The coaching scenario taught me that. Understand and respect everyone's living scenario. Because I went from the gym, from a local gym, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, not knowing if I'm going to make a profit out of this or that, to people's houses and telling them what I do so that they could benefit in their life, which is something I never understood the value of until today. They asked me for this. They're like, how do you do this? How do you look like this? To me, it was just me doing me. I'm just waking up and doing what I do best. I do cardio 30 minutes, incline 5.5 speed. I'm breathless, I'm relentless, my shins hurt, my knees hurt, I still keep walking. I don't care. I want to look shredded tomorrow. Hell yeah. That behavior is not normal. And I realize I'm not normal. Fine. I have to work with this. I have to work to be better to the society. Now, being not normal is a very bad thing. Let me get this straight. Because you will always face people who will try to stop you from being yourself. Because you're not normal. I'm not normal. I'm just meant for a greater cause. And I've been following that in a very nice way, because I have very simple intentions. Now, I'm not the person to tell you about my intentions, but I can just show you that I'm always a people helper. I like helping people. It just brings me the power I need.
But what's like, okay, going back to the VIP coaching, because I really do want to know about it.
Yeah,
go back to the VIP coaching.
I go everywhere with the conversation, by the way. Just I'm free my mind.
No, but like actually, like how is it like? Like is it difficult? Yeah. Oh my god.
Parking lot.
Do you get to like chill with them after you work out with them?
I sit in their cars, I chill with them. They take me out on drives. They take me out on dinner dates and stuff. Like they treat me well. They give me meals in their own house. The chefs are at my disposal. They make me feel
I would think that you would have insane like networking by now, right? Because of this.
I mean,
Like you would just know people from every single thing who are successful, technically, right? Like, yeah.
I've seen an example of every sector. The last one being, my clients, my coaching, VIP coaching clients. They're a very big reflection of how success can. Try second.
Okay, has somebody like when people come to you, do they ask you like ridiculous questions about like I mean, just about like fitness and like things like how hard is it to like coach people?
I'll tell
like
you the hardest thing that I have to face every time.
Like, does it really matter? Like, my point is, does it really matter? Like, because I mean, even though they are VIP, they're still regular people, right? Like, I mean, is it
as much as they are? Can I be honest? No, they aren't.
Really?
They have energy around them. You need to respect their energy. If you treat them like normal people, they'll treat you like a normal person too. But their way of treating you like a normal person would kind of shame you. So before that shame comes on to you, be respectful to them. They earned that. They're there. You're not. If people don't trade values of life, they're never going ahead. And that's what I came here to do. Just give myself off to the channel, to you, this podcast, to the fact that there's someone who's been dying to do better for this society, for this mindset of the people, for the people who surround themselves around me, just in general, to a point where they believe in what I say. Because people stop believing in things they're doing. You believe that this should be right or wrong for you, but you don't believe why it was right or wrong for you in the first place.
Yep.
Believe in your intentions before you act on it, because acting is where you either lose or win. There's no other option. There's only two options. So when you're down to two options, you better pick the win. You're not going to pick the L. But L's happen to people who are so focused on just the wins. Don't think about winning. Again, that's the whole point. Once I say that, oh, you're supposed to win, no. Don't just think about winning. Think about how you win yourself, which in turn will win everything you aspire to be. Yes.
Also, I remember you mentioning that you wanted to come back and talk about Andrew Tate.
Yes. So he was a very symbolic person.
Do you think that he's one of your like people that you look up to in terms of like how he?
I was at a time in life where I was being, I don't want to say it this way, but I was under the shadow of someone where my feelings for them made me feel very sad about how I was being treated. Now, it might have not been their intentions to keep me in that place or mindset, which I realize now, but it was their way of life. This is how they are. That person was just that way, and I just tend to catch on to it and force the fact that, no, you have to be nice to me or reply this way to me, but no, she doesn't have any right to reply nice to me, not married to me. Okay, can promise to be married to me, but not married to me. And so understand that, but there are so many people who hold on to the fact that, bro, I was going to marry her, man, she better listen to me. No, she'll listen to you when you're worth it, when you're worth her following. You're not someone worth following. That's what you need to realize. I realize that. This is why now I become the person, or I try to do things where people understand just by the nature of what I do and how I do it. Okay, we can follow this and this will be good. That's what I craved on, and I worked on that on my Instagram platforms. And I'm very happy to say that the things I do, people catch on. People catch on for sure. I never saw it until, okay, good thing. When things like this have to express, I feel weird because I never expressed the good things that happened to me, because that's another way of ruining that good thing. Even if it's about the past or something. I don't talk to them. I don't tell them about my wins. My wins are for me to succumb to and just learn that you can win. The power is in knowing you can. The power isn't in knowing that you will lose and you feel like it's gone. No, it's not gone. It's just a lesson.
Yes.
So when we come to the topic of how I gave my attention and where I gave my attention, it was in different scenarios. I need to be very honest about the fact that there were friends, there were bad intentions, or I received good intention, I gave it back to bad intentions. By bad, I mean. So things like that in my life came up, but that's where I realized how much power it takes to say no from a man's point of view. Man, I'm ready to say yes. You're always ready.
Yeah.
But that's where a man differentiates himself from the rest.
Yeah.
And the true meaning of the word man, I came to clarify this once and for all, because I went behind this word thinking it meant power, determination, success, money. No. After all the power I've been given that you can see on my stories, I deadlift 250 kilos by the age of 20. And that's not easy to lift off the ground 4 times.
Oh my God, it's a lot.
I'm not strong.
Oh Lord.
When I wanted to be strong, I was strong.
No, yeah.
I use the tools, diet, 8 meals a day, 8 hours of sleep, 6 to 8 liters of water, 1 to 2 hours of cardio every day, 3 hours of weight training, mindset building, yoga, training my head, training my how do you say, the free muscles. I need to release the muscles. I need to learn how to release the muscles myself, because I can't pay for the chiropractor all the time. I can't pay for the massages all the time. I need to do it for myself. So I learned how to press this in a way where I release my nodes myself. It's not called being cheap, it's called being smart. At some point I used to be like, damn man, I should just go for a massage. But no,
Yes.
I didn't go for that massage, like a body repair massage, don't get me wrong. But yes, I did go for a few massages just to know what's up. But when I found out what's up, I really didn't like it. I remember screaming from the room saying, guys, something wrong is happening here. This is not a massage. I'm walking out. I'm walking out. My friends had the best laugh of their life, okay? But I do a lot of deep tissue at professional places because I do not want that barrier or even a thought. Because a thought on that end is a thought on my end. You get me? Human intention is very simple. A thought on that end is a thought on this end. You just need to know how to treat it. So I go to very professional places for deep tissue, and I go to places for the chiropractic. The chiropractic is once in a while, because I don't really trust the fact that chiropractic can be done to you. You need to know the nodes of your body. The people who do it to you just show you the way to do it. What direction can you do it? They find it for you.
That's
they
very
do
good
it
point.
once, but it doesn't mean they'll find it always. They might go wrong.
That's scary.
But when they go wrong, don't go and blame the chiropractor. Blame the fact that you didn't learn enough from him how to crack your neck. Like, I learned it because the guy, he put my neck in that direction and he cracked it for me. So I'm like, okay, he did it once, he did it twice. Okay, I think this is the way to do it. Now I know. So why go to
I agree.
I can do it at home. I'm not saying crack your necks, please.
Please don't do anything. Yeah, don't do. Please talk to a doctor.
2 views later. Please, anything that I say or anything that I do was good for me and is good for me. But pick up the values in what I've done and figure it out for yourself. Don't copy a single action. I never copied an action off Instagram or YouTube. I learned what they're doing, the behavior of the notes on the videos or their captions. Like if they use the star, I will always used to use a star, but not the same star. It's a small glitter.
Yeah.
You get me? The glitter is in respect to me. It's in respect to who I am and what I believe in. So why should I put it as someone else's belief? That's what's they're thinking. They're smarter than you. That's why they put that caption.
Yes.
Accept that. Acceptance comes back again. So with Andrew Tate, coming back to this guy, why I got his name, because many of my followers and many of the people that I go around speak of him, and they always have this last link to him. But again, for the many wrong reasons and for many right reasons. But from what I could see is he was just another person who had it good for himself. Did some wrongs, did some rights, did a lot of wrongs maybe, did a lot of rights maybe that we don't know of. Maybe he's helped 1 billion people. You never know. He had the money. You have no idea what he could do with that money. But he turned. He turned to what? Purity, faith. For me, my faith is Islam. I'm a very strong believer. I hold my religion tight to the way I live my life. Before I wouldn't. And I'm telling you very honestly, before I wouldn't appreciate things the way I do now. And that's where you're lost. Find religion to know where you belong. Once you find out where you belong, you tend to understand the ways of life and how you can fit in. Fit in, take what you need, and leave. Fit in, take what you need, leave. But don't come in saying, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a bodybuilder. I want. No, it does never work like that. People who say that, I don't see them go far. Like it's not right to say that they don't go far. Maybe that guy is not going far for now. He did something and he made it. Okay, so I have no right to comment on that. I'm respectful of that too. Some people just make it. Okay, fine, good for them. But how were their lives before they made it? Have you ever considered that? From what I know, nobody change this nobody. I don't like this nobody. Please cut out this nobody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nobody ever made it to that point that they wanted to be without losing themselves and everything they ever thought was precious. It's when you see life taking those things away from you, how you respond to them is how the outcome of your future would be. These are the laws of life, and I don't have to be taught this. I'll be honest with you, there's a book which literally says all of this, and I never read that book because I'm trying to figure out my path. I'm going after it every day. I don't sleep at night. I haven't slept well in a few days, in fact. But it's not called not sleeping well. I'm hungry for the truth. My truth. not your truth. I can't come and tell you how to podcast me. I would never do that. But that's what people end up doing on daily scenarios by saying, me. Okay, me, but us can do better.
True.
So let's discuss that. But no, there'll be a fight, or there'll be a sense of inclination that you should, or there'll be a declination where you are telling me what to do. It never works like that. Nothing ever
Very
works
true.
without two forces saying, I agree. I agree to what you're saying. I heard what you mean. I feel where you're coming from. And then act on it. That's how the world's going to progress. Anything you want. Anything.
Love that, actually. I love that thought, by the way. That's a really nice way of putting it.
Really helps.
Yeah.
It really helps. That's how I got into your party, by the way. I was nice to the guy.
You can do anything if you're nice to people. That's for sure.
You can do anything. It's just that in
sure.
scenarios where they least expect you to be nice,
Yeah, that really counts.
be nice.
Yeah, be nice. So, love that. We have this segment where we ask guests to kind of write down one word that they strongly feel about. So you're gonna have to write down. I know I'm putting you in the spot, but I just want you to leave a word with us that we'll remember you by on the podcast. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
One word.
One word only. Okay. Make me दिखा. Elevate.
This is the word
I love that
I
word.
kind of hinted on this word a couple of times, but
But I love that word. It's a nice word. Yeah.
I would stick to this word because.
Oh, and also, can you sign this for us?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Please give us your autograph because we might need it. We might need to sell it on eBay for a lot of money later.
It's very simple. It was designed off the autograph of one of my favorite bodybuilders. I saw his autograph and I said, not bodybuilders, sorry, wrestlers. He
Really?
used to be in the WWE.
Oh my
My
god!
favorite wrestler. Felt for
Who is it based on?
John Cena.
Oh
You
shit!
can't see me.
I'm gonna insert John Cena music here.
Yeah, it's John Cena and The Rock.
Love
And they had
that.
a rivalry,
Uh-huh.
which really defined a lot of emotions. That's what I started feeling. When you learn how to feel in this life for the right things, you will make the right decisions.
But I'm gonna keep this on for you. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much.
No, thank you so much.
No, this was really amazing. I learned a lot about like just the amount of thought you're putting into everything. I genuinely feel that from you, like
And
even
yeah,
the
to
energy.
you, it's that much thought, but to me, it's what I've made myself now. It's just ease.
Mm-hmm.
It's me being easy that produces this version of myself. And I'm not saying I'm something better. I work towards this better. Day and
Yeah.
night. I want this for myself. I want to be this. I wouldn't say highly elevated, but I would want myself to feel the fact that I know myself to who I'm truly
Yeah.
and truly worth. That's where the word comes back.
But seriously, it was really awesome that you
Thank you so
actually
much.
took out your time on Sunday
Thank you
and
so
came here, and I really loved it. I'm pretty sure people are gonna literally like just learn a lot from this because it's
More of a learning podcast.
yeah, this is a lot of learning podcast. This is like the knowledge
I need my
podcast
viewers to see this more than anything.
for
because
sure.
They have always questioned the person I am. I've put so many versions of who I could be, who
Yeah.
I'm not. And when people actually from the society come and become my friend, I wouldn't say they're weirded out by who I am, but they're shocked that he could be this.
Yeah, this
Because
is
they came in with a whole different
Yes.
image, and that's what I'm saying. Stop framing those images about people until you actually know who they are, what their intentions are, and what they could be for you.
and I'm so happy that you were so real and raw here. I think it's something
couldn't be
everybody will see.
anything else.
Yeah, I think people would love that, and
I
I think that's an angle that honestly that this is what people need to know,
You
right?
asked
In the end of the
right
day.
things at the right time, and I just had answers for you.
Love
So
that.
I'm blessed to be here.
Love
Thank you so
that.
much. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much. But I'm just gonna basically close off here, and I'm gonna be like, thank you again for all of this, and yeah. So thank you so much, by the way, for listening in. I know that you're gonna gain a lot from this, and I hope that you gain a lot from this. And yeah, I'm gonna link Zahir's socials like down, so you can go check him out as well, and you can also go to our profile. I'm gonna put that link down as well. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to comment below what you loved about Zahir's journey. What are the things that you want to know more about him? We'll definitely make sure to cover it in the future. But yeah, it was an amazing time with Zahir, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, stay tuned. So thank you so much, everybody. Bye, Zahir.
Bye.
Bye.